Welcome back, guys. What is happening? September 20th, 2022. What it do? Coming
What
back
is
at you.
up?
Yes, my guys. Coming from left to right. We got Mr. DJ Nick Niemeyer back in the house.
Back in the
Yes.
house.
Welcome. How you doing, man? How you feeling?
Feeling good, man. Had a
Hmm.
great weekend. Chiefs win, so that's always a W a week right there. So
Isn't that just so much less stress? Thursday
set
night football,
oh,
getting the W, you just get to
mm,
sit back, relax. Oh, it was
sets the
beautiful.
tone for the week.
Yes.
Enjoy some football on Sunday too. Yep.
This dude in the middle here, Mr. Willie Schmidt. Welcome back, my guy. How are you?
Doing good, man. Ready to talk about this game. There's a lot of positives, negatives I saw, but we got the W, so that's all that matters. Moving on
Yes,
to
there
an
a lot to take away from this game, especially playing a good opponent this early in the season. I feel like this was really our true first test. Not to take anything away against the Cardinals, but Chargers are tough. Everyone's been talking Chiefs, Chargers, Chiefs, Chargers. One of those two is going to be top dog. So, thankfully for Willie, my cheap ass can't afford it, but he's got the NFL Plus app, all 22 NFL film, like so many different. I didn't even realize there was this many cameras in the damn stadium when they film these games, but Willie's got them all. So, yeah, basically what we're doing tonight, we're going to cover that Week 2 Thursday night football action, Chiefs W over the Chargers, and kind of get a feel. Niemeyer's going to be covering offense, Willie defense. You're just going to have to hear me ramble on about stupid shit in between. So that's what we're doing tonight.
that's what you're good at, man. That's what you're good at.
That's my job. See, everyone knows their duty here. We're damn good at it. That's what matters. So yeah, whenever you're ready, dude. I know you got quite a bit to. We got quite a bit to break through. There was a lot of different back and forth in this game.
A lot of blitzes this game. Last year Mahomes wasn't used to seeing as much blitzes. A lot of two over the top, a lot of laid back coverage. But our O line definitely had some struggles this game. I'm sure you'll see here in the footage. Um, but yeah, a lot of blitzes, and Mahomes was hit. They got to him.
Yeah,
They got to him.
he definitely had a lot more pressure on him this game compared to the Cardinals. Granted, he's probably playing against one of the front seven in the league, but still, so I don't know how to feel about it because you're right. Mahomes did get a lot more pressure in this game compared to Week 1. I I feel like we still did okay. There's definitely room for improvement there, but I don't know. I can tell you this: if Orlando Brown Jr. wants top tier left tackle money, he's not earning it at this point. I think we all can agree with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, with the O line struggles, there's a little bit more to develop between chemistry to get those guys going together. But back on the blitzes, interesting stat. Just in 2021, uh, only 12% of blitzes on drop back passes, and within the first 2 weeks of the 2022 season, 45.3%
Whew.
blitzes on drop back passes. So,
Yeah,
we're
that's
dealing with,
insane.
defenses are, we don't have the cheat anymore. So defenses are dialing up something different. They're not going to play us like they did last year. They're going to come after Mahomes. They're going to make them make bad decisions. And when you have an O line that can't, and it's a great O line, but it's a great, Chargers defense coming at you too. And one of the biggest things to take away from this is it took a little bit of time for plays to develop, and a lot of the time Mahomes wasn't really given a chance to letting those plays develop, and so we were making some errors, and something you don't really like to see, but part of the game.
Right. And we'll get into it as we cover more of the footage. And I've been critical for about our receiver core from the get go. Do you think that it's because the offensive line isn't given enough time, or is it a mix of that and the receivers not creating space? Because like you alluded to with Tyreek, obviously he's creating space. He had 190 yards and 2 touchdowns over the weekend, so he's still doing it. The most accurate quarterback in the league throwing to him. So
Let's see.
there we
Oh,
go. Lost it. There we go.
technical difficulties.
Yeah.
We're gonna blame
We're
that one
working
on
it.
the
We're
the
working
guys
on
in
it.
the truck outside running all the running the show out here. It's not us. We don't actually run the
Right.
show. So
Hey, that looks pretty solid.
All right, let's try this again.
There you go. I was like, man, we're running out of filler here.
I mean, their first
Kelsey?
drive of the game, they just kind of looked blah. Reed always scripts plays, I feel like, so he's probably had 15
Right.
set plays that he's already got. But
Yeah,
I just feel like they
especially
should have
first
changed up
drive.
their plays a little bit, adapted to the situation, maybe.
But granted, I mean, I don't know how much we averaged on rush yards. I feel like we were getting at least 4 or 5 yards a carry. It felt like in this game.
No, I
No,
looked at that.
I was gonna say, like I said, I didn't get to dig into the stats too much on this game as much as I usually like to. But
yeah, Clyde was had 8 attempts, 74 yards. He was averaging though 9.2 a carry. So that's
right,
also with
he had
4 receptions.
he had that one
so,
banger. Yeah, he had
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
one big run for 50 some yards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think before
Which
that
kind
they
of-
were averaging like 2.5 yards per carry before that run.
Really?
I think.
Yeah, so that yeah, it inflated some. I mean, granted, don't take it away from them. They made the run happen, but yeah, it definitely does inflate the average.
They used Clyde in the screen game and like the pass game a lot. I liked.
Yeah,
See that Charger secondary is very tough. So a lot of underneath because and Mahomes did great. No interceptions this game. Nobody got hit in the hands and it fly up in the air and have a whack interception. As we saw last year. So it's just it's letting the play develop. Yeah, right there, get through it a little high, but you
I
got
see
Kelsey
Gray come
there,
across the middle a couple times too. Gray hasn't been targeted a lot, but he's been out there a lot. That's a good play by Kelsey. Go and get that.
Go up and get that.
This is what I want to talk about. Let's pause on this one
Yeah.
real quick.
Yeah.
So we got 3rd down and what was that? 3rd and 4 maybe.
Yeah.
So Nick, take us through this one. We got a jet sweep going from left to right to the short end of the field, 3rd and 4.
Yeah, now obviously this is one where you can either give it off to Jerick McKinnon, but he's going to be one of your lead blockers here on this play. And you give it to Hardman, your speedster. Now you're wanting to cut it around. You're already on the right side of the field, so you want to cut it as far to the outside as you can. But that Chargers D, they penetrated and you see right through there. So he tried to cut it as far as he could to the outside. Even if you take it out of bounds, man, they had that one stuffed out for sure.
Yeah, it's an interesting play call, but I mean 3rd and 4.
I on the right side, I would have ran into the wide side of the field. We got more room to work with, but you ran into the short side of the field. So
With your speed guy, and it just, I don't know. With that many people stacked in the box, you know that he's not going to be the type of guy to power through anyone. And it was just a weird call. I just thought it was a really weird call. Willie, what was your take on that one?
This is kind of what I was talking about earlier before I got cut off. This is one of those scripted plays where Andy Reid, I think this was part of their scripted package that they had, and they didn't adapt to the situation. 3rd and 4, I don't know if I'd make that call, but it might have been scripted already. So
Right.
they were kind of running up the middle, I thought, a little bit and working the short passes. I thought maybe they'd go that route 3rd and 4, but it works on Madden.
Right.
So,
All right.
yeah, I mean, they just kind of attacked with Mike Williams to start with, man. You saw a lot of Mike Williams early, and you would think, no Keenan Allen, we kind of focus in on Mike Williams, but they tore him.
Right.
They used him a lot. They went at Fenton, I think, a lot when Mike Williams was matched up with Fenton. The size mismatch there. We definitely adjusted in the second half, I feel like, when we talk about that later.
Yeah. We briefly talked off stream about it. I think that's one thing that's going to hurt about not having Willie Gay the next couple weeks. We're not going to have that guy that's really going to be able to keep up with those backs out of the backfield. So keep an eye on him this game. I was really impressed with Willie Gay.
Yeah, I think they're going to use a lot of Chanel. You see Chanel right there. I think they'll use Chanel, Lee, Harris, kind of like a rotation.
Yeah.
The you're not going to replace Willie Gay with one person on your team, kind of like they didn't replace Tyreek with one person on their team. He's a starter
Yeah.
for a reason. He's special. But yeah, they're going to use a rotation. I think maybe use Brian Cook a little bit, kind of down in like the safety linebacker role, kind of like Sorensen. You know, he might attack the line, but still pass coverage. So they'll use multiple guys to replace Willie Gay. But you're right. He was flying around in this game. There's a couple plays where he was maybe just flying around too fast. There's a play a little later on where he kind of missed Eckler out in the open field, but I like to see it. I like him flying to the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's hard to judge sometimes. People don't think about it, but when you're running full speed to be able to adjust, that's got to be tough. That's a lot of weight moving, a lot of momentum.
But yeah, the Chargers. I mean, like Nick said about their defense, their offense, they're a tough team too. Eckler's a good running back. He's very underrated. I've had him in a lot of fantasy leagues in my past, and he's got me a lot of points. Herbert's up and coming quarterback. He's easily top 4, top 5 quarterback in the league, in my opinion.
Right. Nick, what you like anything on defense that you saw through this game? What was the big takeaway for you?
You know, defenses, better than what we've experienced in, previous years. So, it's still work in progress. I think Bolton is still a stud. He's playing hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking better. Yeah, Willie Gay, and with Willie out, maybe this gives us a chance to see the rookie Leo out there, from Wisconsin, the rookie out there, see what he can do. But like you said, it's going to be a rotation of people. We got a couple other guys there, Darius Harris, Elijah Lee. So, there's going to be some different packages. There's going to be some rotations, and you're going to keep guys fresh on that. And, it's going to be a long 4 weeks, but we're not hopeless. There is, we can be just fine.
And thankfully, we do have the Bills. We got some tough teams in that schedule, but it'll be good for some of these guys to get some experience out there as well. And it'll be good for us as a team to really get to see them in action, because some of these guys you only get to see in practice or on special teams. So actually get to see them, third down scenarios. It'll be nice to see. Because as being a Super Bowl contender, the full 53-man roster, sometimes that 52nd man will make a difference in a game. So
that's right.
I mean, yeah, look at this game, for example. You got Watson and Watson, man. I mean, Jalen, Justin Watson. They're the difference makers in this game.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
And pick 6,
and that brings you to the, back to the receivers. We're still looking for a true number one guy. Pat's, of course, he's tossing around everybody, but eventually the receiver corps is going to have to step up. Somebody's going to have to be that trustworthy guy. With Watson, yeah, he's making plays. Yeah, that's a dog out there fighting for plays, fighting for playing time out there. So making the most of the opportunities is going to be. But we're really banking on Hardman to have a year, and still waiting on that into week 2, 3.
Right, and I forget sometimes. I think a lot of us do. That wide receiver unit, I mean, heck, the entirety of it, basically, besides Hardman and Kelsey, it's a new unit. Yeah, second, third week of the season, we should probably start to see some progress or improvement. And like you kind of alluded to, I think we have. The numbers haven't shown it, though. Kelsey, he's their leading receiver, which isn't out of the ordinary. Kelsey is a lot, but he only had 51 yards, and he was the leading receiver this last game. I remember that was one stat that I looked at was Watson came in second at 50 yards. Obviously, he had this the huge touchdown catch that Willie just kind of talked about. So the chicken or the egg scenario, is the offensive line not blocking well enough to give them time? Are the receivers not getting open enough? I don't know. I think it's too early to tell.
It could be a combination of both. Mahomes was, he completed 68.5% of his throws, 235 yards. Like I said, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Good game.
that's a good game. Chalk that up as a good game. Now, he had a 106.2 passer rating. Now, but we got a W. And at the end of the day, that's, I believe even Mahomes said in the press conference, I'm sure I'll get a low, PFF score for that. So
Yeah, I love how those guys actually pay attention to that. What they're after week one, I can't remember what kind of garbage they.
I mean, man, some of these analysis, some of these guys, they take some of the most wildest takes. One of the big things out there is
Clickbait.
Yeah, man. The Chargers are getting more praise for almost beating us than we are for beating them. And
Right.
these other quarterbacks are getting praise for almost beating Mahomes, but Mahomes is rolling and he's doing Mahomes things, and they're not giving him as much credit now. The past couple of years they were high on Mahomes, but now it's Josh Allen, man. So Mahomes has nothing to prove. He's already proved a lot of things. Obviously, I wouldn't take any quarterback ever in the league. So he's just going to keep doing what he's doing. He's going to play hard. He's going to play hard football, smart football, and let the game do the talking.
Right. Willie, man, you're spot on. I knew that Mike Williams had some catches in this game, but you're right. He had a decent game.
Yeah, this is what I'm going to show you right here. So this is a pretty crucial drive right here. Chargers end up going down and scoring, but they just attack with Mike Williams here early on.
Right.
Fenton's
that size mismatch. You're right.
Fenton's 5'11", Mike Williams 6'4". Here's where they take advantage of Mike Williams again. This is just a great catch.
Yeah.
Snead had pretty good coverage there. I don't know how you can cover any better than that, but
yeah, Mike Williams
this angle that it's going to be scary.
He's one of those top
and Mike Williams,
Right. Yeah, that's something I keep forgetting about. We didn't face Keenan Allen in this game, but Mike Williams is one of those underrated top receivers in the league. I don't think he's like Devontae Adams or Tyreek Hill, but
watch the O-line just get blown up through the middle here. Like, we always talk about Creed Humphrey and Trey Smith. Like,
right.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, the O-line definitely struggled this game, and that led to Mahomes not really trusting the people up front, or kind of just letting those plays not develop completely. And so you're getting, and to his credit, you don't have a lot of time to let those, boom, he's coming through. You got to make a decision, and I'm probably throwing underneath to Juju right there, but
yeah, the pass interference penalty bailed us out on that one.
Yeah.
That halfback angle, is that what that was?
Yeah.
Those are the plays we like to see Clyde make. That's what we were hoping. Once we drafted him out of LSU, that he would be making plays like that. Obviously, was a disappointing
dual threat running back, right?
Yeah.
Way to lower your shoulder there, buddy.
Yeah, yards after contact. That yak.
Yep, I'm a big fan of the yak. Yes, sir.
Yak.
Yeah, first 2 games of the season, he's probably been the most impressive because I was very critical of him last year and going into this year. It's like, hey, you need to step up and show something. And he has so far. He's stepped up and done what it's needed to be done. Yep. Again, you're right. A lot of these plays, Mahomes makes the play. He steps up in the pocket there. He's got pressure on him from the get-go. But we had the one where the pass interference, that kind of washed away. You don't really think about the pressure he had on that. Huge touchdown play here, but even that, he's pressured pretty quick. So
great throw. Great throw under pressure.
Yeah, for sure.
That throw is crazy. Stepping up in the pocket and just slinging that, like
the jump man pass.
Yeah.
Like all arm, like so much arm strength from that throw. It's ridiculous. Yeah.
The O-line hasn't looked as dominant as I thought they would. That was one part of the team I was super excited about. We had a solid starting 5. No questions, no worries for first time in 5 years maybe. But
right.
I don't know. The O-line didn't look great. This is kind of when the defense started picking up. I think they make those second half adjustments here in the defensive side of the ball. And see, that's where, if you look, they move the other side of the interior. So He was up against Johnson here. They moved him over here to the right side, and you just boom, watch
Yeah.
quick. Just moving him to the other
Oh,
side makes a
that's
big difference.
scary. He's a scary
This
guy.
angle is crazy. Like I said, first half you didn't hear much from him. Chris Jones, in my opinion, is always a second half guy. When you need that big spark on defense, he's always that guy to provide that spark. Um, but he definitely stepped up in the second half. But like I said, they made the adjustments to move him over.
Yeah, and that's. Do you want a guy that goes 100% every play? I mean, you're probably more likely to get injured that way. Or you want some dude that's, he's playing consistent, but really turns it up when he has to. I mean, it's hard to judge because I think about that sometimes when you got some of the great ones like the Watt brothers. J.J. Watt, man, the first several seasons he had, amazing. But his body just finally got tore up from going so hard on every play. So I don't know. I'm not saying that Chris Jones doesn't go hard on every play.
Yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of factors too. Second half, you're amped up a little bit. Plus, Chargers had some injuries to their offensive line. Their center was out the second half. Started the second half. I don't think he came out of the locker room.
That's right.
That's huge. But Chris Jones took advantage and made plays when he needed to. So this is Chargers driving down the field. This is where Watson gets his interception.
Right.
Gerald Everett makes this big play there. He's dragging people, gets down to the 3-4 yard line.
He's a big dude.
Chargers run a hurry up offense. He's trying to get off the field, and they don't let him off the field. And then the next play, it's him on the route where Watson jumps that route.
Right.
He's tapping his head trying to get off, and they run hurry up. So
right, he's gassed.
He doesn't even try to run. He just
right. That's interesting.
Watson jumps that. He makes a good play. He kind of almost baits Herbert. He's standing behind Everett and then jumps into the inside. But yeah, Everett was definitely tired.
What's he doing? Roll back and watch Gerald Everett again after that pick.
He drops his mouthpiece, I think.
Oh, does he? Okay. I couldn't see that. It looked like he was just like swatting at the ground. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, he dropped his mouthpiece.
Yeah. That's right. Don't chase down the. Well, it's not like he's gonna chase him down at that point.
Dude, he didn't even want to be in on that play.
Yeah, right.
He didn't want to
He's
be
like, man, I didn't even want to be playing in the begin with. All right, quick takeaways for the game. Obviously, coming off a week 2 victory, 27-24 Chiefs in a tight one. My key takeaways were that game could have went either way. Chiefs have a lot of things to improve, especially in the defensive secondary. It'll be nice to hopefully have McDuffie back by the Chargers. I know that's way later in the season, so we should have him back by that point. But Chargers, they are who we thought they were. They're going to be tough, and we're going to have to play our A game, not just against them, but all of our AFC West opponents. They've all looked pretty solid this year. Even the Raiders being 0-2, both of their games, they played very competitively. The Broncos are probably the only ones that aren't going to be as hot as they thought they were. But my takeaway is got to keep it up every week, guys.
Yeah, just kind of like what you said, we thought Herbert was going to be what he was. He's a tough kid, hurt at the end of the game. We had some young guys capitalize on some mistakes. That's the difference in the game, I think. You had Asante Samuel that should have had an interception on Mahomes, and that
Huge.
turned the game around. Then
Huge.
Watson gets that interception in the end zone for a 99-yard touchdown. That's huge. You got young guys making plays on our side of the ball and capitalize on those mistakes. So got to keep doing that. We're going to be missing Willie Gay on defense. That's going to be tough. Just got to look forward to replacing him with a couple different guys.
Plays like that for rookies, man. That's definitely good for the soul. Nick, what's your takeaway on this game?
Just for the O-line to tighten up, obviously we're dealing with a lot of high pressure right now in the first 2 weeks of the season, and that's not going to stop. Now that other teams are seeing that's going on, and that's what's kind of working, and that's we're going to see a lot more of it. So, solidifying that, the receivers running good routes and getting open, and if Mahomes is going to have to get rid of that ball quick, then we're going to need to get open quick. So.
Yeah, just under 50%. Is that what you said? Like 47 or 48% on plays where he's being blitzed?
Crazy. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Just about. So.
Yep. So O-line's going to have to step it up. So week 3 going into the Colts, we'll be covering them a little bit here in the next couple days. I'll tell you this: they are coming off a 24-0 romping against the Jaguars. Who would have?
3 interceptions.
I know that. Yeah,
Matt Ryan. Oof.
Who did anyone really think that Matt Ryan was going to be good going into this season? He wasn't good last season. Yeah, he's got Michael Pittman, but I mean, geez, this is the same story we saw with Ben Roethlisberger. He played 2 years too long, man, and it sucks because both of those guys were prime quarterbacks in their time, but we're just seeing some of our well, not childhood, but late teens or adolescent years. Some of these old quarterbacks are finally going off to the wayside. Thank you everyone for watching Week 2 recap. Chiefs versus Chargers 22 season. Again, coming off the victory 27-24. Colts up next week, Week 3. Again, thank you for watching. Cody Cash, Cashed Out Gaming on Twitch. You can catch me at. We got DJ Nick Niemeyer down at the bottom here.
That's
what
right.
are you on? You're on Twitch and YouTube, is that right?
You can find me
About
on,
everywhere.
You can find me on just about everywhere. Yeah, you already know. And you can also find me at the OK Tavern this Friday night in Marceline, Missouri, where I'll be spinning the hottest DJ music this side of the west side of Mississippi, or east side, or either side, both
You're
sides
right.
of the Mississippi.
We're floating down the river, baby. Let's do
You can
it.
hear us on all sides.
Oh man, OK Tavern is fun, and you can check out Walt Disney's hometown museum the next day or something too. So
Right.
make a little trip of it.
Get your tickets today.
Marceline, Missouri. And Willie Schmidt happens 23. I know both of you been gaming a lot of MUT recently, so we can check you out on Twitch. Obviously, we got All Chiefed Out. We've been seeing all three of us recently on there on YouTube. So
Yeah, we are definitely looking for a third person since Cody doesn't play with us anymore. So
I know.
this is a little shameless plug for an advertisement. If you like to play MUT, we are looking for a third person. But no, we're getting good. I mean, it's fun. It's something to do. We're getting some chemistry, racking up some points, So,
Throwing a lot less picks. We're still throwing picks, but we're throwing a lot less of them.
but I'm getting a lot of picks on my defense.
Yeah,
so-
defense
There
is
you
looking
go.
nasty.
Learning experiences are paying off.
Right.
All right. Well, again, thank you everyone for watching. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe to all of us here. Again, appreciate it. Take care, and we'll see you soon. Go Chiefs.